Life. Kapil Mittal is with us. He's a tax expert. Over first to you, Kapil. Kapil, just tell our audiences, please. First, let's just break down that big takeaway for them. Then we'll come with more complex questions to you. But this much talked about 12 lakh, the change that we're going to see on taxes when it comes to if you're earning up to 12 lakh. Some saying that, wait, what about if I'm earning a little more than that? So 12 lakh 80, maybe 13 lakhs. What am I going to see happen then? How do the tax slab works? A lot of confusion. Can you just clear that up for us first, Kapil?
So, Toyab, first of all, through this medium, I would like to congratulate Madam FM to provide such a balanced budget, which will definitely going to, which is very focused on the Indian economic growth, along with providing benefit to individual taxpayers. So this is very good budget, but execution is very important with respect to this budget, and they are very less kitty in their hand to provide freebies to individual or some other expense. So this has to be controlled with respect to what they are spending. That needs to be controlled to actually got the impact of this budget. Coming to your question, to you mentioned that there is confusion. So very simple budget and very good move. They have tried to simplify the budget. So they have made amendment in the new tax regime only. There is no amendment in the old tax regime. And under the new tax regime, you have only one exemption which you can claim, that is NPS benefit of 50,000 rupees. So from the point of view of an individual who is earning up to 12 lakh rupees per annum, so there is no tax. But yes, there is a slab rate which create confusion in an individual or in a layman mind, that there is a tax slab from 0 to 4 lakh, 4 lakh to 8 lakh, 8 lakh to 12 lakh, which says 5%, 10%, 15% tax rate. So if you have an income up to 12 lakh rupees, there is no tax by providing a tax rebate. So if you, for example, if you are having an income of 12 lakh 75,000 and you are a salaried person, your tax would be there, but the government will give you a tax rebate. So you are not required to pay tax. But if your salary is more than 13 lakh or 12 lakh 75,000 and you are a salaried person, then you are supposed to pay tax, for which slab rate is 0 to 4 nil, 4 to 8 5%, and so on. So whatever tax you are going to pay and what you were paying earlier in the previous year, there is a significant reduce in that taxes also. So Madam FM is very clear with respect to a person who is earning 1 lakh per month, there is nil tax rate. The person who is earning more than 12 lakh and up to 16 lakh also, so they will also get a benefit of 80,000 reduced taxes. So everyone is going to get benefit under this, and you need to understand that there is a tax up to 12 lakh also, but you will get a rebate. I hope I am able to clear this.
Yeah, just a couple of more questions there, right? We've had the weekend being spent over making calls to our CAs to really understand. The CAs also seem to be a little confused about how the cess is going to be calculated, how this rebate is going to work, if the exemption is actually up till the additional 70,000. So does this mean 12 lakh 70,000 is up till when you don't have to pay? We're trying to work all these things out, but clearly what we want to understand is this beneficial only for the salaried class? What happens to the gig economy workers? And what about individuals who have alternate sources of income? How will this pan out for them?
So, Sonal, this we all need to understand, first of all, whoever is an individual and filing his return under individual capacity, that person is going to get benefit of this slab. Up to 12 lakh, there is no tax. So whether that person is a gig worker or an independent professional or an individual earning under a proprietorship, working under a proprietorship, they all will get benefit of this tax rate. Up to 12 lakh, there is no tax. For salaried class, because there is one additional standard deduction which they get. So for salaried class, 12 lakh 75,000 is the figure up to which there is no income tax. So, as I mentioned earlier, the tax will be calculated up to 12 lakh 75,000 also, but you will get rebate whatever taxes would be there up to that. If you have an income more than that, then you need to pay taxes. So, it's very clear this benefit is available to all who is filing their return under individual capacity.
Kapil, there are fewer exemptions available in this new tax regime. So if one is doing financial planning, saving for their kids' education, trips, retirement, other things like that, how should they look at their financial planning now?
So, as I mentioned already that they have not made any change with respect to old tax regime. So under the new tax regime, an individual has only one exemption which is available under NPS. So there is no other exemption available. So whatever planning, tax planning, retirement planning, or other things an individual need to do, they need to consider means neutrally, not thinking with respect to tax planning on itself. So what they need to do under the tax planning, if we particularly say NPS is the option where they can deduction up to 50,000. Yes, this deduction can increase if their employer is providing an option that they can invest under NPS through their employer. So in those cases, you can make a more NPS investment and you will get more exemption up to 10% of your total basic salary on an annual basis. And for government employees, it is 14%. With respect to when we say, with respect to their retirement planning and all, I feel the PPF and the ELSS are very good option where individual will get a very good return, and along with that there is no tax. It exempt case. So whenever you will get your PF amount, there is no tax on it. So from the point of view of your retirement planning, now things will drastically going to change, because earlier you were doing your LIC, your Mediclaim, and you were sometimes taken for yourself, which was not required. If an individual required a 50 lakh or 1 crore term loan or LIC, they gone up taking 2 crore or 3 crore just because of their tax saving purposes. But now you will only going to invest what is your requirement, and the rest of the money you are going to put into the system, which Mr. Professor Prakash was also saying that if you are giving an petty money, a small money on a monthly basis in the hand of an individual, what we personally feel, they are going to invest that money into the market only. They will go to going to purchase a mutual fund. They will invest into the they are going to purchase shares, or they will go some people will go up to purchasing of the commodity also. So you will boosting the economy directly, that the amount of money which people are saying they are going to invest into the market only, and which will support the market to get more and more return. Along with that, that will also
Sure.
the FII which
Yeah,
have
but Kapil, I think what Professor was trying to say was also that a lot of these benefits largely go to younger people who have just started working, who are in that economic bracket, and how they spend is a story that nobody really knows these days. We are all trying to catch up with that. But I have another personal finance question that I want to ask you. There is a lot of chatter about the new tax bill. Can you tell us a little more about what it's expected to be? Of course, simplifying tax is something that all of us would just love, wouldn't we? So what exactly is the expectation there? And if you have more details to share with us.
So, Sonal, there are not much detail available with respect to new tax code, but yes, what Sitaraman has said in her speech, with clearly shows that their intention is to simplify the tax structure, new tax structure. She has clearly mentioned that what is the current size of a tax income tax act is going to reduce and will be half of what is currently there. So this shows that the structure is going to be simplified. Along with this, what we see from over 3 or 5 years, they have trying to abolish the old tax structure, which is very
Correct.
complicated
Of course.
and very challenging for an individual to understand and to get do their taxes, reduce their taxes, considering multiple things, and end up doing excessive investment, which is not required also. So from the new tax regime, we understand that they are simplifying the thing, and we personally feel what they are doing in the last couple of years, they are trying to simplify the thing. Initially, when GST came into picture, it was very difficult to understand, but slowly and gradually they have included a lot.
Isn't it still quite
It is
a
very
matter of
smooth, yeah.
debate?
Yeah, it's matter of debate, but when you see on a ground level, there are few things which need to be rectified and which need to be
Yeah.
modified with respect to an individual perspective. But otherwise, you will say
Yeah.
the tax evasion, they have blocked it somewhere. Yes, there are few things where government need to be think with respect to an individual or a broader perspective.
Got
But
it.
otherwise,
Okay.
we see that new tax bill is going to be reduce the complexity and the number of unnecessary and those kind of section.
So nobody really knows what's coming there. One just hopes that it becomes a little bit easier. These multiple slabs, getting a rebate, then a cess, etc., gets simplified a little bit. But that's the hope.